To another video. And last video I told you about my Chevy Cruze, how I traded it in. Well, this is what I got instead. I went from my 2014 Chevy Cruze Diesel to a 2012 Honda CR-V EXL model. It is colored, well, it's basically gray, but they call it titanium metallic, I think. Beautiful Goodyear tires, aluminum rims. It's got leather interior, plenty of space, although right now I'm about to dump a lot of this in the trash and take my recycles back, but plenty of stuff, plenty of room in the back. It is very versatile. You hit this switch here and it folds back real easy. Hooks here, cargo area there. There is a spare tire underneath the all this stuff, which is good, since I didn't have one in my last car. And to put it up, middle console with cup holders. Does fit 5, really 4 comfortably, only 5 though. 5 altogether with small kids. Also, if you wanted to, from here, you pull this latch, and you can do it that way. If you wonder how much I paid $18,000 for my CR-V. You wonder, it's a lot of money for a 2012. Well, it's only got 44,000 miles on it. And believe it or not, that's between 2 owners. 2 owners. Alright, let's go for a drive. As you can see, leather interior, which I like. Got a sunroof, which I also like. I mean, when it comes to my Jeeps, I want it to be simple. When it comes to my cars, I like the finer things in life myself also. What I like about this car, here we go. Old-fashioned key. I am not a fan of this new stuff. I'm not a fan of push start, the push button technology. A lot of people have had problems with that, including Honda owners or pilots. They burned out. Old-fashioned shift knob. I am not into this knob thing like Chrysler tries to do now. Straightforward radio. Straightforward climate control. There is nothing in the back here. Doesn't have the back climate control, that's okay. Plenty of space. I got 2 cup holders here, seat warmers, plenty of space there. Power windows, locks, mirrors, cruise control, steering wheel, of course, rear wiper. And a few things this car doesn't have my Chevy Cruze had. One, I no longer have OnStar, which, you know, I really didn't care about anyway. I mean, when the check engine light kept going off, they were pretty much useless anyway. I mean, if something does bad happens and you get into a car accident, they're good for that. But for diagnostics, they are useless. The other thing I don't have in this car, I had my Chevy, the blind spot technology. The little car that used to light up there. Again, that is not a big deal to me either. It is all-wheel drive, something my Chevy Cruze obviously did not have. It is a gas-powered motor, something which my diesel Cruze was a diesel. So, let's start her up. It's got the legendary straight 4 2.4 liter engine. Let me shut the...
Okay.
Radio sounds good, by the way, because with the XL model, there is a subwoofer in the car below the back seat there. Does have a backup camera, which is right there, as we'll see right now. Just not sure if it has sensors to let you know if anyone's coming. I haven't really just got the car a couple days ago. I've only put on 70 miles on it, so this is pretty much a first impression video. As you can see, it's got the range of how many miles to go and what you're averaging fuel economy. It does have an economy button to save fuel. That's something that you would really use on a highway while on cruise control. But a lot of Honda owners say it actually does work. The seating position, it's pretty comfortable. Is it like my Cruze? No, believe it or not, my Chevy Cruze, the driving position in my Chevy Cruze was well comfortable for me because the seat went all the way back more. I can literally stretch my legs all the way up front, something I cannot do in my CRV. But it is still definitely comfortable enough for me on long trips, so I am going to miss that part of my Chevy Cruze also. That and the insane gas mileage I got driving my Chevy Cruze. Like I said in my last video, despite the trouble I had the last 4 months with my Chevy Cruze, I am going to miss that car. I mean, it was my first diesel. Gas mileage was great. I could get down to my parents' house in South Carolina on 1 tank of gas. It was awesome. But it is what it is. Anyway, when I was looking for a CRV or a RAV4, because that's pretty much what I was all going to buy, the reason why I was looking at the 2012 to 2014 Honda CRVs is because, one, the engine of this car, that straight 4 non-turbo 2.4 liter engine, has been great in this generation, and it was great on the 3rd generation as well. And I believe it might have been on the refresh of the 2nd generation. So this engine's been around for a while. It's a great engine. These things have been known to go for about 300, 400, 500,000 miles if you maintain them. And being I only got 44,000 miles on my car, and I plan to service my car with Honda. I mean, all my cars get dealer service, even my beaters do. I don't expect any problems with this engine. The other thing is 5-speed automatic transmission. I am not a fan of CVTs. I'm sorry, I am not. I know they'll probably get better with time and age. Toyota's really made some progress with their CVTs, but even their current RAV4s, they're putting in an 8-speed automatic on their gas miles. And now if you buy their hybrid or electric miles, you get a CVT, which with an electric engine, that's fine, I guess. But the ride on this so far has been nice and smooth. It's been pretty good. Definitely upgrade over my Cruze, although my Cruze for a compact car had a very nice ride. As I said in my last video, if you're going to buy a diesel Chevy Cruze, make sure you're a highway driver. If you want to avoid the emissions problem with the Chevy Cruze, don't do mixed driving, don't do city driving, do it all highway, and you'll be alright. That was my mistake. Anyway, back to our CRV. The radio controls are straightforward. The climate controls are straightforward. The power sunroof is pretty much straightforward. Everything is pretty much straightforward here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I haven't done this yet. There you go. There's one there. Another one there. Let me see. Yep, works. By the way, this is only the 2nd time I have ever bought a foreign car. The first one I bought was a 2011 Hyundai Elantra, which I bought for my wife. That's my wife's primary car. It was a 2011 Hyundai Elantra Limited, so it's pretty much fully loaded, with the exception of in-dash navigation. Same thing here. The only thing missing here, these models came with an option of an in-dash navigation or the old DVD system. I can tell you right now, because of smartphones, I don't care about the DVD system. There was 3 at the dealership I liked. 2 were CRVs, 1 was a Pilot. There was a 2013 with a lot more mileage. I had the in-dash navigation system, which I was really tempted to get, but I figured, nah, having the lower mileage is definitely the better deal. I can always bring that one on board like I did with my old Chevy Cruze. But the ride is very smooth. The engine is pretty quiet. Is it a racer? Is it a high performance thing? No, but I ain't buy my CRV, so it could be a racer or high performance. If you want something that that's more fun to drive, I would recommend a CX-5 if you want that compact SUV sportiness. They're really the ones to go to if you want the better handling and the more sporty acceleration. That's what Mazda's known for. Honda, they're pretty much known for just making reliable mainstream cars. Again, it's not a racer. I don't need it to be. I bought it for one Honda reliability. And by the way, this is the second time I bought a foreign car. My first time buying a Japanese car. My first time buying a Honda. And until GM and Chrysler can prove themselves, I don't really plan on buying an American car for a while. And it pains me to say that. Sticker mileage is 22 city, about 30 highway, which is not bad for an SUV. That's what you get with a Honda. I'm not a fan of turbos in my engine. Just more needy. They break down more. They don't last as long. The only turbo I owned in my life was, ironically, on my Chevy Cruze, because on a diesel, you really need a turbo. On a diesel engine, otherwise you'll move like a turtle off the starting line. Rides really smooth. Dash, definitely a little bit different than my Chevy Cruze. My Chevy Cruze was a teal, half digital, half monologue dash. This is pretty much the same, mostly analog with your white digital dash in the middle. What else does this car don't have my Chevy Cruze had? My Chevy Cruze had blind spot technology, which was nice. Didn't really care about it though. It didn't bother me. This doesn't have it. What else? The sensors when someone's parking. I'm not sure this car has it yet. I'll find out soon. Eventually, when I eventually go into a supermarket. I ain't worried about it though. I don't really need that technology either. This has satellite radio like my Chevy Cruze did. Hit that button right there. And there you go.
Well, what about inflation?
Yep, your AM, FM.
In the basement finishing industry, because we are committed to provide
your CD and your auxiliary for my Alexa. Radio control buttons are here. Cruise control buttons are here. Phone buttons are here. Everything nice, centrally placed on this car, which I like about it. Here's your button to take off your what do you call it? Traction control. There you go. My wife likes this definitely better than my Chevy Cruze. I mean, she loved the Chevy Cruze. After the last 4 months was hell. She got frustrated as well as I did. I can't blame her. But she likes the room. She likes the versatility and the fact that when we go on vacation, we don't have to squish everything and improvise anymore. And now I could go to stuff like Sam's Club and Costco and move stuff around back there, bring the seats down, and have room to bring stuff home. If I had to bring back home a new appliance, like a TV, I could do it now. Somewhat. Still got its limitations. It's not a pickup truck, but hey. So as far as handling goes, it handles good. I mean, it's an SUV, so my Chevy Cruze definitely handled better around corners, but that's what you get with a compact car. Very quiet, and I got used to having that clatter from the diesel, or even the loudness of my inline 6 on my Jeep Wrangler. Not the case anymore. Why did I get this over the RAV4? Simple. It was the best deal I could get. I was looking at a RAV4 between the years of 2012 and 2015. Those were good years for that also. But when I found a 9-year-old car with only 44,000 miles on it, between two owners, not even a single owner, between two owners, and it was only $1,500 more than the other CRV that had double the mileage, more than double the mileage on it, I couldn't turn it down. The good thing about this too, the Honda dealership that took this on the trade-in also did all the maintenance on it, so I am not due for another 5,000 miles. So around 50,000 miles will be due for its next service. Good thing about Honda is when you know you make a good product like Honda does, and you get a nice trade-in, they will recondition it and bring up their specifications and sell it again. My Chevy Cruze will not be sold at a Honda dealership. From what he told me, it's going to be sent out to Connecticut and be sold at an auto auction. So, what is Honda also telling you about the Chevy Cruze Diesel? As much as I loved it, they don't want to sell it. They'll give it to another dealer. And the fact that Chevy stopped making the Cruze altogether. In fact, none of the three automakers are making compact cars anymore. I believe not even subcompacts. Chevy is selling a Spark, and there's two of them that sell it. They're selling two subcompacts that really Daewoo from Korea, but they own that, so that's not a real Chevy product anyway. But anyway, back to the Honda. It has got a 5-star crash rating, front, side, and back, which is important to me, considering I have two ladies. I drive around. My wife likes safety, so the only thing is, it only came with one key, so I gotta bring it back next week to have a couple more keys made, so I gotta make sure I don't lose this key, otherwise I have a ton of headaches. Like I said, I'm glad I got a 5-speed transmission. I do not like CVTs. I know on the refresh in 2015 of the same generation, they wanted the CVT now, so that's why I was looking between 2012 and 2014. Also, I think they changed the engine. They went with a 1.5 turbo they call Earth Dreams engine. Now, to me, Honda makes the best gas engines on the planet. I think Toyota makes the best overall car and they make the best transmission, but I think Honda makes the best gas engines there is. But even with that, I still rather have a straight 4 or a straight 6 before I take anything with a turbo. And I believe the Earth Dreams engine, the 1.5 liter, has a turbo in it, which I want. And being it's a new engine and it's new technology, even though it's a Honda, I'll let other people be the guinea pig of that experiment. My side has a power driver's seat. My wife's side doesn't, neither does the back, which is fine with me. In fact, I don't even want a power seat on my side. I just have the old manual anyway. I usually sit all the way back anyway here. In fact, the one negative about this car I noticed right away is that it doesn't go back as far as my Chevy Cruze did, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's going to end this video on my first impressions of the 2012 Honda CR-V. Another touch I like, rubber steering wheel. No leather wrap steering wheel. I am not a fan of leather wrap steering wheels because As you saw in my Chevy Cruze, I bored down one out here and it became a hole. It looks ugly now. I love leather seating very much because it's easy to clean, easy to maintain. But as far as my steering wheel goes, I much rather have a rubber steering wheel. So thank you, Honda, for that. Anyway, that's it for this video. I am going to do a miles per gallon video when I take a long trip somewhere. Don't know when or where yet, but I'll let you know. Anyway, God bless you all. We'll talk to you later.